What is up, everybody? Fly Moto. Today we're back with another video, and the first legal video on the street. Alright, so this is my 2007 gsx-r 600. My first street bike. I did a little video on it, but I finally got my temps, and well, shit, I'm ready to ride. Holy! Oh my god. What is up, everybody? It is Fly Moto, and for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Ben. I'm 17 years old. I'm a junior in high school, and I ride a Gixxer 600. Now, this video I'm going to be making on how exactly I do that, how I was able to convince my parents to let me ride a motorcycle, being only 17, and it wasn't easy. My parents definitely didn't want me to ride a motorcycle. They still don't want me to ride a motorcycle. They don't support it. But ever since I was younger, like 10 years old, honestly, like maybe younger than that, I've always wanted a motorcycle, and I told them, hey, can I get a motorcycle for Christmas? Can I get a fucking motorcycle for my birthday? And by motorcycle at that time, I meant like a fucking crotch or a pocket rocket or something, whatever you guys want to call those. It would look like a fucking motorcycle, but it was just a little pocket rocket, and like a little 100cc bike. Anyways, so I would ask him countlessly, hey, can I get this motorcycle? No, you can't, Ben, that's not an option. So finally, I just said, when I'm 18, I'm getting a fucking bike. Like, whether you guys like it or not, like, it's happening. When I'm 18, I am getting a bike. And you can either let me start now on this little bike, and I'll learn, and I won't die when I'm 18, or I'll get a bike when I'm 18 and not know shit, and I'll die. That's what I told them, and they were like, alright, well, we're not letting you get this pocket rocket that you're gonna ride all over the road, so maybe we get a dirt bike. And I'm like, alright, well, let's do that. So my mom had scheduled a little dirt bike session where I could learn to ride a dirt bike, and so we did that. And after that, I started to ask my parents, hey, can I get a motorcycle or a dirt bike? And they were like, alright, well, listen, if you make $500 and you give us $500, we'll get you a dirt bike, and that can be your little down payment, and then you'll go ahead and pay that off. So I got $500 I saved by doing chores around the house and working for my parents, and I couldn't get a job at this time. I was only like 12, 13. So yeah, I just did chores, take out the trash, do laundry, and it took me a good while. It took me like a year to get fucking $500, but I did it, and I got a fucking YZ85, and it was my first bike, and I fucking loved it, and I rode the shit out of that thing. And after about 2 years of riding it, I grew out of it, and I was only about 15 and a half, and in Ohio, where I live, it's legal. You can ride a motorcycle at 15 and a half with your temps, and honestly, it's the same thing as your license, just with a few restrictions, and it's what I have right now. So yeah, I could have gotten my temps right there, but my parents would not let me. They said, no, you can't fucking sell your bike and get a street bike. We're not allowing that. You gotta ride or drive a car for at least a year. So at 15 and a half, I got my temps for my car, drove a car for a year, and now I'm 17. And I told my parents, alright, I drove fucking car for a year. Can I sell this bike and get a street bike? And a big fucking thing I forgot to say is, when they said I couldn't sell the little 85 and get the street bike in the first place when I was 15 and a half, I sold it, and I got a Suzuki 450 dirt bike, which has been in the last videos. But after a year of riding that, when I turned 17, that's when I asked my parents, hey, can I sell this bike and get a street bike? And they said, yes, you can sell that bike, but you need to be very careful, and when you get a street bike, you're not going to be going stupid. You're going to fucking obey the law and wear like your fucking gear. And I said, alright, I will. So it took multiple years, guys, like 6 years to get to this point. Ever since I was younger, I asked my parents for a bike. They said no. I told them I'm turning 18, I'm getting a bike, and so I got a little dirt bike to start out on. I rode my dirt bike, sold my dirt bike, got a bigger dirt bike, rode that dirt bike, drove a car for a year, and then I told my parents, all right, I've done all this. I know how to ride a motorcycle. I've driven on the streets for a year. Can I get my street bike? And it finally happened, so that's what I did. That's why I'm riding this bike right now. And for those of you who are asking the question, why are you on a 600 and not something smaller? Well, I have a lot of reasons for that. And that's another video, but so I'm 17 and that's how I got a motorcycle. And that's how my parents are letting me ride. That's basically the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Peace.